This is Storm Chaser Reed Timmer right along the Colorado foothills, watching a storm that is developing just to the south of Denver. I'm along that Denver convergence zone, or as an area because of the shape of the orography here that creates an area of convergence or even enhanced low-level vorticity. And if you can get a storm that moves along that boundary, it can stretch that vorticity in the vertical, and that's how you can even get brief tornadoes. So here we've got an updraft base right over those foothills. That's going to move east, and it could anchor along that convergence zone and even produce landspout tornadoes early in its life cycle, and then that could evolve into a supercell threat. Here you can see the updraft of that storm getting concealed a bit by these low clouds. We've got the northeasterlies racing into this updraft base right here, but it is very vertical so far, and I do think that this storm will mature. There's a lot of moisture out here just east of the foothills. They're anchored in fog, a little higher up in elevation, and then down here there's some sun, especially to the south of the Denver convergence zone. There you can see that blue sky down there, and I do think that this storm is going to develop into a supercell. You can already see what appears to be a striated updraft there. Most of the high resolution models show this developing into a storm, and even a single supercell storm traveling along the I-70 corridor. So my game plan is to follow this storm east, probably toward the Elizabeth area. There's a chance that it could just hang on the foothills here though. It does look like the cloud bases are plenty low. I already heard some thunder and lightning too, so already off to a good start. So I'm going to drop a little bit south and try to get ahead of this thing and monitor this storm as it develops, and also further east along that Denver convergence zone. You can see all the stable moisture air to the north, and then the clear air to the south, where the winds are a little bit more veered at low levels. And then there's this storm that's likely going to anchor along that and possibly produce a tornado or two. The Storm Prediction Center has a 2% area out from this area here all the way up into southeast Wyoming. So I bet this thing's going to start to spin. You can see the base is increasing in size. That's the updraft base. And the rain is falling on me right now. So this is just the beginning here. And then tomorrow I'll likely target southwest Kansas into the Panhandle region. And then it looks like another system will come in around May 18 or 19. You hear that thunder and lightning coming from this updraft already. And if there are any landspout tornadoes or anything, it'd be underneath the updraft portion of this storm right there. That will likely anchor and stay on the foothills here. It seems to be pretty stable off to the east. I've also been watching these cumulus along the Denver convergence zone there, and they don't seem to be maturing. This one's already a storm, and it is anchored on the far western portion of that convergence zone. And so I wouldn't be surprised if this thing produces a brief tornado or two through its life cycle. But so far the chase is just beginning. There you can see the inflow band streaming in from the east right there. So those low-level easterlies. Tower there, new tower developing out of the southeast portion of the storm, and then there, look at that updraft. So this base is definitely getting bigger. It's chase mode. Stay tuned, I'll be back.